Okay, guys, we're here in Tuno Evo SoCal 2024. We got Kazuya Taguchi over here. Tell me, man, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm pretty enjoying it. Enjoying the event.
Well, you're here with Motul.
What's that?
You're here with Motul. That's one of your sponsors.
I'm using the module tent, but I'm selling like my
Your
original
merch.
merchandise.
Yeah, I saw your merch over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're doing like signings and stuff over there,
Uh-huh.
talking to fans and all that.
Yes.
Is this your first time in a Tuno Evo show?
It's actually second time.
Second time?
It was 2022. I brought my personal car.
Yeah.
I think it was at Anaheim.
Anaheim,
Not
yeah.
here.
Yeah, it was Anaheim. This
Yeah.
venue's new for Tuno Evo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, like a LA convention center. And,
Yeah.
You guys brought a lot of vendors
Yep.
and a lot of cars, a lot of fans.
Yep.
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I was pretty excited too. It's my first time also.
Mhm.
My first time in Los Angeles, actually.
Yeah.
You actually live here now, right? Because
Mhm.
of your career here in the States.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's my first time in Los Angeles. It's been pretty cool. The cars are awesome.
Yeah.
Like this show, I was watching the cars roll in,
Mhm.
and some of the builds here are just amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
Mhm.
I saw you in the tent. I was like, is that Kazuya? And I'm like,
I'm just
but-
walking around
and I'm like,
setting up the booth.
I'm like, but where's the car?
Like our race car, usually our race team is located in Georgia, not in LA.
In Georgia.
Georgia,
So you live
Atlanta.
here, but the team is in
Yes.
Georgia. Okay.
So it's kind of hard to bring our race car.
Yeah, over
at
here, for a
like
show
LA
that's so far.
Local event.
Yeah.
But like this time I brought my girlfriend's car, which
Okay.
is a MX-5.
Oh, the Miata that was over there.
With
yeah.
a rocket bunny kit.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, I was
we
seeing
just
it.
finished the build.
Awesome.
2 days ago.
Awesome, awesome.
For this event.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah. So tell me what are your plans this year for Formula Drift?
What was that?
What are your plans this year for Formula Drift?
This year, pretty much same team, same cars, almost same sponsorship company. Some of new,
Yeah.
and wait, when you gonna put this video on the public?
Well, I could put it whenever you tell me actually, because I'm
Okay.
interviewing a couple of people, so it doesn't have to come out like next week.
Okay.
So if you wanna
So we
wanna announce something and
Yeah.
tell me when to post it, I can do that. There's no problem with
yeah.
that.
So make sure. But we will have another driver this year.
For the same car but another
Yeah.
driver. So
Yeah.
you're not gonna drive the whole year this year.
No, 2 drivers under the Jerry and
you're gonna
Racing.
add another car.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I can't really tell who's gonna come in, but
No problem.
different country from
Okay.
somewhere.
Okay,
But
okay.
he's gonna drive almost same car as mine.
Okay.
FRS with a
Yeah.
VR38.
Yeah.
Also, he's gonna run GT radio. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to work. To have another driver
Awesome.
this year.
I've been a big fan because I love it. I love it when you guys do the jump from Japan to the United States because I live in Puerto Rico
Mhm.
and we're part of the state, so it's easy to just hop on a plane and come over here. But like
Yeah.
you guys have this big culture change. You got that language barrier,
Mhm.
and I know. Every time I see you, you get better. But in the beginning, you didn't know English, right? At the beginning when you came
Zero
here.
English. I only
Zero
could
English.
speak yes and no and sorry or
I remember,
thank you.
I remember
know?
because in your first events, you've always been a really challenging driver here in the States, and I congratulate you for that. But then you would get these interviews where you're in the podium or something, and then
Yeah.
the interview you're like yes, and like the sponsors and all that. It's like damn, it's so hard.
My English is still not perfect, but every day I'm trying to.
No, it's
learn.
getting great. It's getting great.
But
It's
I
awesome.
moved here, in LA from Japan.
Yeah.
5 years ago, 2019.
Okay.
I think it was June, July, or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, and I started learning English.
Did you take classes, or was it just by talking, just practicing with people?
Yeah, I'm just trying to talk
Organically?
with the people
Organically,
as
yeah.
much as possible.
Yeah.
And to learn the English, I didn't have any translator
Okay.
because if I have a translator,
Yeah,
probably
you're gonna lean on the translator,
Yeah.
and he maybe he won't say exactly what you're trying to express. Yeah. So he's talking for you. So
And I didn't have the barrier between the my team and other drivers, my fans.
because
So-
your team is your team is from the U.S.
Yeah,
But
it's
you-
in Georgia.
But you have some people that you bring right from Japan, or is it all American? Is it all American?
Yeah, just me.
You're the only Japanese
Who
person in
speaks
the whole team.
Japanese, yeah.
Okay, so they had to slowly get used to
Yeah.
Being with Kazuya
yeah,
and the team.
2018, I started competing Formula Drift
Yeah.
USA, but everything was first time for me.
Yeah.
Like the car I drive first time, which is Nissan GTR
Yeah, I remember.
with
Yeah.
a BR38, and
And
every single
that was
truck.
a complete Japanese build, right? You shipped that from Japan, or
No.
did you do that over
the
here?
same team.
The same team, right?
They
Built you a
it.
car here in the States.
So
Okay.
it's completely different.
Yeah.
So I never drove like a 1,000 horsepower drifting race car. So it was pretty different. And also every single trucks in US is the first time I drove. And here, different country, like everything was first time. for
Drifting
me.
is completely different over here, right?
It's pretty big difference.
The way the competitions are, just the way they build the
Yeah.
cars, everything's different.
Yeah.
So tell me about that. Like you told me you competed in Japan in D1GP and Formula Drift Japan.
Mhm.
So tell me what are some pros and cons of those different series in Japan?
Driving side, I think, Japanese truck is it's kind of hard to explain, but basically, initiation speed is a maximum speed always in Japan.
And then you start.
Yeah. Then
Lower
after,
speed throughout
as soon
the-
as you initiate,
Yeah.
like always, like big slow down.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
slowing down with the angle, like a brake, a handbrake.
Yeah.
But here is like, after the initiation, like we gain the speed.
Yeah, it's a lot of power.
Like let's
it's full throttle.
imagine like Arwindale,
Yeah.
like trying to go as fast as possible.
You
to
guys
the
struggle.
bank.
You guys struggle in our window
Yeah.
to keep the car on the wall.
So
Like,
the
that's how much.
truck style is
Yeah.
totally different. So the truck style is different. That's why our build is different.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like the Japan, we didn't have like big tire as a US, like a US. So we're running totally different size of the tire.
What's the most common size in a D1GP car in Japan or something like that?
Back then, when I was competing, it was 265, 35, 18.
That was
or
the
285.
that was part of the rules for the competition.
But here is like biggest tire is like 315, 14,
Yeah.
14, 18. That's a big
and the
tire.
big
It's like a-
sidewall,
yeah,
big
drag
sidewall.
tire,
They look so
drag racing
chunky.
tire.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
And the event side, I think the here, like let's say Formula Drift is like huge market. Like a lot of manufacturer like Toyota,
Yeah.
Ford, Nissan, but over there in Japan, it's like still not like big enough as a Formula Drift USA. So the amount of the spectators, big difference.
Yeah.
I think here, maybe 20,000, 30,000 people for the each rounds at the FD. But over there, FD Japan is like 1,000,
Okay.
1,500.
Yeah, that's a big
Yeah,
difference.
big difference.
And correct me if I'm wrong, right? Because I'm a big drift nerd, so I'm always looking at stuff from Japan, Australia, all around the world, locally in Puerto Rico, and what's like the current state of drifting in Japan? Is it really falling off? Are there not enough new people going in? Because I feel like especially grassroots, not really competition, but grassroots. There's a lot of older gentlemen drifting,
Yes.
and then in the competition, there's a lot of older gentlemen too. I've seen a couple of new people, but it's not like the whole field is young,
Yeah.
Like is it something that you feel that's falling off or
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I left from Japan.
yeah.
Like here, a lot of younger driver, like, 15 years old
Yeah, yeah.
driver, new drivers. But over there, I'm pretty enjoying, to see legend driver in
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah, yeah.
But still, we need a new generation for
Yep.
the racing to correct like new spectators, new
Yep.
sponsors. So that's a problem. If I say this, maybe some people might hate me, but I think the older drivers in Japan, they should let younger people to drive, like a professional series.
Yeah, like feed them in, like
Yeah.
maybe tell the sponsors like come support this guy
Yeah.
that's new.
Yeah.
Like come in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they should
yeah.
carry their sponsor to
Yeah.
the younger generation.
Exactly. I've heard that from Noriyato. Noriyato is a big influence in Japan and obviously around the world.
Yeah.
He's talked about that a lot in his videos,
Yeah.
where that exactly what you just said. Like why don't these older drivers
Yeah.
who already had the whole experience,
Yeah.
they went through the whole thing, they went through professional drifting, they've got all the sponsors.
Yeah.
Why don't they start recruiting new people
Yeah.
to start developing drivers?
For the future, for
Yeah.
the motorsports.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and they can just become team owners.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy how it works over there and how different it is. Because I don't want to take any more of your time, but like I was gonna ask you for this year, what has been the biggest challenge of drifting in the United States?
Yeah. I mean, drifting style is different.
Yeah.
And the car build is different. Also, the track is different. We don't have, bank track like a US. But, like, I'm trying to have the balance for the competition. Like driving skill and also little different style from other driver. So it's not like adjusting to the 100% US style. Like also I'm from Japan.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like trying to do like mix, you
Yeah.
know, like American style and mixing of the Japanese style.
And how do you feel about how what Chelsea Dandolfa said a lot about that he had to take his style and kind of like tone it down a little bit. Do you feel like that too? Like you just said, you had to balance.
Yeah.
So you gotta take like your style, you gotta kind of take it down a little bit to be competitive, right?
Unfortunately, yes. Because the things I'm trying to do is, over 100% driving for the practice. But for the qualifying or for the battle, I'm driving like 80%.
Yeah, you tone it down a little bit.
like tone down a little bit, like to calm down. So, I wish I can drive like 200%, like pushing hard, really hard. But for the competition, I need to calm down a little bit, like a step back.
Yeah.
To not mistake, to not kill myself. So, but I also want to bring best round for the spectators. So I'm trying to have like a good balance.
Yeah.
I'm really working on it. But I also do like a local grassroots drifting event, like final bout, like something like that. So for those stage, I'm driving like over 100%, like completely my style.
Nice.
Yeah.
And lastly, this is the last thing we're gonna talk about. What do you think about the qualifying format for this year? Have you analyzed it?
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised.
You're surprised?
Yeah, I had a little bit end of the season last year, but I'm kind of sad because I love the qualifying, which is single round. Like that's kind of like the battle against myself.
Yeah.
So I loved it. So it's kind of sad, but I think that brings us to, like a step up, like a new generation. So I'm pretty excited to see what's gonna happen this
But
year.
you mentioned the fans. I feel like it's better for the fans because there's a lot of people that maybe they're new to drifting.
Yeah.
They don't really understand what's going on in qualifying because
Yeah.
it's always more exciting seeing the two cars. Like I told you, I'm a drift nerd. I love qualifying. I love analyzing the runs.
Yeah.
I love being like, oh, he's gonna get an 88, and like,
Yeah.
oh, they say it. Oh yeah, I got the number. Like,
Yeah.
like that's always cool. But like I feel like it's gonna change stuff
Yeah.
a lot. Like I feel like FD made a big step doing that. Like it's really changing the format is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think we need to be like smart about like a new change, like a lot of strategy will going on probably.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drift in front of the spectator. I'm gonna enjoy it, and I hope spectators can enjoy it also.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Taguchi, thank you for the time.
Yeah, thanks.
It was awesome
thanks for
seeing
that.
you. I
Appreciate
wasn't
it.
expecting to see you here. Like I told you, I'm a big fan, and I gotta be honest. I'm trying to be calm because I watch you on the stream all the time, and it's so cool seeing you in person. So
Yeah, thank you.
it's awesome. You're an awesome person, and
Appreciate it.
guys, thank you for listening. Taguchi, tell them your socials before we leave.
that?
Where can they follow you?
Oh, you guys can find them on the Instagram, Kazuya _Taguchi 123. I usually do Instagram. No, I'm not YouTube guy, so yeah, mostly Instagram.
Are you planning to do YouTube or it's hard? Right?
Maybe. Yeah, I need to find.
Focus
some
on the
time.
driving.
Yeah.
Focus on the
Yeah.
driving. Yeah. So again,
Yeah.
thank you for
Thank
the
you so
time,
much.
guys. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for more interviews.